Have you ever stopped to wonder, what if the key to unlocking a richer, more fulfilling life isn't hidden in some dramatic overhaul, but in the quiet power of one small step you take right now, today? Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine Susan, a 62-year-old widow from a small town in Texas, sitting alone in her cozy armchair one rainy afternoon. The kids have long since moved out. Her husband passed away 5 years ago, and she feels like the vibrant woman she once was has faded into the background. Days blur into one another. Endless cups of tea, reruns on TV, and nagging sense that life is slipping away. But then, something shifts. On a whim, inspired by a fleeting memory of her youthful walks along the beach, she laces up her old sneakers and steps out for just 10 minutes around the block. The fresh air hits her face, birds chirp overhead, and for the first time in years, she feels a spark of energy. That single, seemingly insignificant step didn't just get her moving. It ignited a chain reaction that revitalized her health, rekindled old friendships, and brought a sense of purpose back into her days. Friends, if Susan can do it, so can you. Today, we're diving deep into how one small step a day can change everything. We'll explore the science behind it, share heartfelt stories, and give you practical ways to start your own journey. Stay with me. This could be the gentle nudge you've been waiting for, to step into the life you truly deserve. Let's start with the foundation. Small steps build momentum in ways that big, overwhelming changes never can. You see, our brains are wired to resist massive shifts. They trigger fear and resistance, making us quit before we even begin. But a tiny action? It's approachable, it's doable, and it creates a positive feedback loop. Each small win releases a bit of dopamine, that feel-good chemical, motivating you to keep going. Over time, these steps compound, like interest in a savings account, turning into profound transformation. It's not about speed. It's about consistency, that steady rhythm that propels you forward without burning out. Consider John, that 55-year-old accountant from the bustling streets of Chicago. John had always been a reliable type, steady job, family man, but inside, he was unraveling. Long hours at the desk left him exhausted, snapping at his wife over small things and barely engaging with his teenage kids. He dreamed of change, but where to start? Diets, gym memberships, self-help books, they all felt too much. Then, one crisp autumn morning, as the leaves turned golden, John decided on something simple. He jotted down one thing he was grateful for in a worn notebook by his bedside. Just one sentence. No more, no less. Today, I'm grateful for the warm coffee that starts my day, he wrote on day one. It took mere seconds, but it set a tone. The next day, grateful for my daughter's laugh echoing from the kitchen. At first, it seemed trivial, almost silly. But as days turned to weeks, John noticed a shift. His mind lingered less on stresses and more on joys. He started sharing these gratitudes at dinner, sparking conversations that had been absent for years. His wife noticed a change. John was calmer and more present. Within 6 months, that one small step had snowballed. He was sleeping better, volunteering at his kids' school events, and even pursuing a long-forgotten hobby of photography. John's story shows us that momentum isn't born from grand gestures. It's nurtured through daily bite-sized commitments. So, how can you apply this? Begin with reflection. Ask yourself, what's one area in your life craving a spark? Maybe it's your mindset, like John's gratitude practice. Or perhaps it's creativity. Doodle for 5 minutes a day. The key is to make it so small, it's impossible to skip. Track it in a journal. Celebrate each day you do it, and watch as that momentum carries you to places you never imagined. Remember, friends, Rome wasn't built in a day, but brick by brick, and your life can be rebuilt the same way. Now, let's turn to something we all cherish as we navigate our later years, our health. It's easy to feel daunted by the idea of getting healthy. Visions of intense workouts or strict diets can paralyze us. But here's the truth. Small, sustainable steps honor your body where it is right now, leading to lasting improvements without the risk of injury or burnout. Research from health experts shows that even modest daily activities can lower blood pressure, boost mood through endorphins, and enhance longevity. It's about listening to your body and giving it gentle nudges toward vitality. Enter Margaret, a spirited 67-year-old grandmother from the foggy suburbs of London. Margaret had always been active in her youth, gardening, dancing at community halls. But retirement brought aches, a diagnosis of high blood pressure, and a doctor's stern warning. The thought of overhauling her routine terrified her. She pictured sweaty gyms filled with youngsters or bland meals that sapped the joy from eating. Instead, she chose one small step, a 15-minute walk after dinner. Starting in her own garden, surrounded by blooming roses and the evening hum the city, she stepped out rain or shine. The first few days were awkward. Her knees protested a bit, but soon the rhythm felt natural. She breathed deeper, noticed the changing seasons, and felt a quiet strength returning. That walk inspired more. She added fresh veggies to her meals, one at a time, swapping soda for herbal tea. 2 years on, Margaret's blood pressure is stable. She shed unwanted weight effortlessly, and best of all, she's out hiking gentle trails with her grandchildren, sharing stories under the open sky. Her energy radiates, turning family gatherings into adventures. What does this mean for you? Identify a health step that feels kind to your body. If walking appeals, start with 10 minutes, building as you go, or try gentle stretches upon waking. Reach for the sky, touch your toes, breathe deeply. Hydrate with an extra glass of water daily, or savor a piece of fruit instead of a snack. These aren't rules. They're invitations to care for yourself. Track your progress. Note how you feel and adjust lovingly. As Margaret discovered, small steps don't just heal the body. They rejuvenate the spirit, giving you the freedom to embrace life's later chapters with vigor and grace. Finally, let's talk about the heart of our lives, relationships. As we age, connections can fray. Kids grow up, friends drift, and sometimes we feel isolated in our own worlds. Yet, small daily steps can weave those threads back together, fostering deeper bonds through consistent, thoughtful effort. It's not about grand apologies or lavish gestures. It's the quiet accumulation of care that rebuilds trust and intimacy. Studies on human connection reveal that regular, positive interactions release oxytocin, the bonding hormone, making us feel closer and more supported. Think of David, a rugged 58-year-old tradesman from the sun-drenched coast of Sydney, Australia. David had built a life of hard work, providing for his family. But in the process, he'd grown distant from his adult daughter, Emma. Calls were rare, visits awkward, filled with superficial chatter. He missed the easy laughter of her childhood, but pride and busyness kept him silent. One evening, scrolling through old photos on his phone, a wave of regret hit him. He decided on one small step, a daily text to Emma. Nothing elaborate, just thinking of you today, or remember that beach trip? Made me smile. Sent each morning with his coffee. It was effortless yet intentional. At first, responses were sporadic. A thumbs-up emoji, a quick, "Thanks, Dad." But persistence paid off. Emma started replying with stories from her day, photos of her dog, questions about his health. Texts evolved into weekly calls, then weekend barbecues. Now, their relationship is a cornerstone. Emma seeks his advice, and David feels valued, not forgotten. That one small step bridged years of distance, proving that love grows in the soil of daily attention. How can you nurture your relationships? Start simple. Send a message of appreciation to a loved one each day. Or make eye contact and really listen during conversations. Compliment a friend genuinely, or share a memory over tea. These acts, repeated, create a tapestry of connection. Be patient. Change takes time, but trust the process. As David's story illustrates, small steps don't just mend relationships. They enrich them, filling your life with the warmth of shared humanity. As we wrap up, I invite you to pause right here in this quiet moment. Close your eyes if you like and reflect. What whispers in your heart? What's that one small step calling to you today? A gratitude note, a gentle walk, a loving text. You've heard the stories of Susan, John, Margaret, and David, ordinary folks like you and me, who discover that transformation blooms from the seeds of consistency. It's not about perfection or speed. It's about showing up for yourself in your life, one step at a time. Imagine where you'll be in a month, a year, If you commit to this path, the energy, the joy, the connections waiting to unfold. Now, let's make this interactive. In the comments below, share your small step, what resonated most, or what you'll try first. Your words could spark someone else's journey. If this video touched you, please like it to show your support, subscribe for more gentle guidance on living fully in your prime years, and share with a friend who needs this reminder. Every like, every share extends this ripple of change further. Remember, you're capable of extraordinary things. Starting small. You've got this. Step forward with heart and watch everything change. Thank you for joining me today.